What's up people, welcome back to Rhys the King's Game Channel. I am Rhys the King as always, and today we're back in the Jurassic Park speed build. This is part 2 guys. If you missed the first part, then I created everything that you can see behind me, which is the Jurassic Park entrance. I've tried to make it as sort of true to the thing as possible, and yeah, so just to sort of get a little quick fly around, I'll show you what I've been up to off camera, doing sort of the boring bits and the monotonous stuff like the terraforming and things. And yeah, oh, I've left my domes up, but they'll come to play in a second. I'll show you all about those in just a minute. Let's just click those off. And this one too, a little clickaroo. Oh, yep, there you go. So as you can see, I've been building, I've been trying to get a bit of an idea on scale and size. I've also been toying around with the fence that you can see over there, which is kind of cool actually. I found like that if you put the iron bars in a chisel, then you can get this really cool looking fence, and I think it's actually going to work perfect. It's going to look awesome. Hello Mr. Butterfly. Right, so as you come over here you can kind of see again, like I've made this water pool area, and I feel like it's pretty cool because when we get the water dinosaurs and stuff, we can pop them in there and they can grow big, and then what we can do is what I'm kind of planning on doing is having a big tank outside as well. So what we'll do is we can flick the switch, pow, and down drops the gate, and that will release the dinosaurs as they get a little bit bigger and they can fend for themselves out into the wild, or like I say, we'll build a big tank thing that you can maybe a little walk around. But let's close it off for the moment. For the minute. Yeah boy, that's locked. No intruders coming in here. Anyway, let's get on with the build, and the build that we're going to be building today is the lab. Hopefully it's going to resemble somewhat some Jurassic Park. It's kind of difficult and I've struggled really a lot with this, but hey, we'll figure this out. Now I'm using these blocks today, which are pretty awesome. They're the building guides. They actually send out like a holographic image of either, well, always a circle, but you can adjust the size and if you want it to be like an oblongy kind of thing or what. But yeah, so I've kind of gone for this half moon shape. Now if you look in the movie, there's like these pillars that go across the front and there's a big skeleton and everything, and I tried to sort of get as much of that in as I could, but I've like got this as my rough idea and my sort of guide, and I feel like it's going to be really useful, especially having with this thing, because circles are not fun to make in Minecraft, and with something like this build craft, it's amazing. But yeah, sort of getting back on the subject, we're going to try and replicate as close as we can to what we've got, but also the other thing I didn't want to go too mad on is scale, because we want these buildings to be usable. We don't want them just to be empty space, we want to be able to use each building for its function, so I'm kind of downscaling everything a little bit and getting it to somewhere that, like I say, that is usable, and that's the key thing in this, because there's no point in creating something that I can't. Right, so like I was saying about these pillars, we're going to pop these in. There you go. Looking good, looking good. Now the pillars are going to be awesome because they kind of, again, it's kind of iconic to the front of the building that you see in Jurassic Park, and yeah, I think it's going to look cool. I want this building to look really grand. I mean, it's the freaking lab where we're growing dinosaurs. Need I say much more? So I'm taking sort of, yeah, you know what I mean. So what I'm doing is I'm using the magic wand at the moment, the builder's wand, to build up a lot faster, guys. Now if you have this mod on any of your mod packs, then use it when you're building, because it is incredible. Now you don't always have to cheat to use it, you can actually find them in dungeons, so it can be like sweet loot. As you can see, I've kind of changed my mind a little bit on the pillars and the colours, and I'll do this, you'll see, throughout the build. It's just one of the things that I do. Like, I literally never stop tinkering. When I'm building something, I'll be tinkering with this for months. Like, even during the series, once this building gets released in the actual series, then I will just be like back and forward, tinker, making it perfect. And I think you can never stop improving, really, because you're always going to find some new cool mods and stuff like that. And I think that's kind of like the beauty of Minecraft, really. So if I can pass any knowledge down, it is tinker. And I don't mean the tinker's furnace, I mean tinker with your buildings, make them good. Right, so as you can see, we've kind of got all of our size and shape and everything that we want out of this, and it's starting to look a bit like a building now, and I'm really happy with it. I like the shape of it. It's not just a regular square. We've kind of resembled that nice arch sort of like awesomeness that comes from the building and the inspiration behind the building, which is the Jurassic Park series. Jurassic Park. And I feel like I've said that a million times. But yeah, so that is the inspiration for what we're doing at the end of the day. So I want to make sure we've got as much light in here as humanly possible. It's really important to me. So that's why I put such big windows and stuff. Now it's time to, as you can see, start building the roof. I've picked this bamboo block, and I actually think it looks fantastic because I tried to find something again that would sort of look like the roof out of Jurassic Park, and this is the best I could come up with. It's the right kind of colour, and everything just looks kind of good about it. And I'm really actually super pleased with my choice on this because it just really paid off. And when you get something right in Minecraft, it is a great feeling to know that you've got it just perfect. The other thing I wanted to do is build like this canopy over the front of here, you see. Now it took a few seconds just to really think about this and have it the right size, because again, you don't want it to look clunky and shit. You want it to look really, really cool, and that's kind of where my decision process was going here. I was like, do I want it to be big, small? I wanted to keep that arch in it, and I wanted to keep that curve in it still. So we managed to do it, like, I think personally we managed to achieve that really, really well, and it didn't wreck what we were trying to do, because sometimes you can overdo stuff, and again, you can make it look really, really crap when you've spent hours on building something. So hey, it's all personal preference at the end of the day. That's the beauty of building in Minecraft and not real life. And yeah, it's pretty cool. So as you can see, everything's really come together now. I decided that I wanted to put like a little dome building. Again, after referencing a photo, there's actually one closer to the centre of the building in the movie, but I didn't want to lose every part of it that I had. So again, I wanted to sort of incorporate this and make it look, again, a little bit more like the lab, and kind of give it a bit more dimension as well. So you've got this size and scale. Now this room is completely useless to it. All I'm going to do is probably essentially fill it with lights so that it can cast a nice ray. I just whacked my mic, sorry guys. A nice array of light that just flies right across and keeps everything look really nice. So yeah, that's pretty much that in a nutshell up there. Now as you can see, I'm kind of like, again, tinkering and tinkering and tinkering until I get where I'm happy. And I feel like at this point, you know, like I say, you can see like the decision making process I'm making. I'm like, right, everything's got to be like this. We've got to bring out these parts, make this more spherical, make this look right. And it is a process. You have to have that initial plan, but after that, I really feel like you kind of got to flow. You've got to search a lot, get the right kind of mods and get the right kind of things. Now this is exactly a prime sort of sample of that. I was trying to pick a glass, and I actually came across a glass that emits light. Now it's one of the open block glasses, and I couldn't believe it when I found it. I was like, this is freaking sweet. Number one, I want to be using this in all my buildings because it emits light, and you don't have to have bloody torches everywhere, which is kind of cool because I didn't want this lab to suddenly look medieval by putting friggin' torches everywhere. And at the same time, the lamps and stuff, they either look very office or they look kind of a bit Arcadian. It's like, it's a tough choice, guys. Lighting in Minecraft is a frustrating element, so this block was perfect. Now, as you can see, I kind of tinkered again after we'd finished doing the speed build, and before I did this outro, I just wanted to sort of like do a nice full circle, show you exactly what I've done, and kind of wrap things up. Now you can see I've kind of tried to make it look just that bit more natural in the front of it. So I put like all the grass and stuff like that, and I think it's really done the job. So thank you for watching, guys. If you've enjoyed and you want to see part 3 where we build the next part of Jurassic Park, then make sure you, number 1, smash that like button, and of course if you're new to the channel, then hit subscribe too. Other than that, guys, catch you in the next one. Bye bye.